Well, Donald Trump is on his way to the Hilton Hotel in Manhattan.
Is he?
And I don't think that's very far from Trump Tower. I don't remember the addresses in New York City, but they're pretty close together.
Very close.
The Associated Press is calling Wisconsin, so that puts him over the top. Donald Trump is the next president of the United States. We can project it on the basis of an Associated Press report that Donald Trump will win the state of Wisconsin. That is 10 more electoral votes, 269, 279. You need 270 to be president. Our next president will be Donald Trump.
Wow.
So.
Wow.
That, I mean, it's just, you just have to, you have to give it to him, and you just have to take a breath and say, wow, and to say, this is really and truly the most unbelievable thing that any of us have seen in our lifetimes, and to understand that this is not something that anyone had predicted a year ago.
The Trump people.
Even the Trump people. The Trump people were not predicting this. Even the Trump people were saying, yeah, well, we got this narrow path, and this has to go right, and that has to go right. Their own modeling didn't have this. This is a best-case scenario that you dream about. But this is not something that we projected. And to the point that others have made here, too, I mean, we just have so many cross currents going on.
But it's been a shall we say, a roller coaster is an overused term. But what a roller coaster, Stuart Stevens. I mean, when you think about the Trump announcement coming down the escalator, blaming Mexicans for coming across the border as rapists and murderers, and it's taken off from there.
Well, you know, I've expressed it tonight what I think about this. I think that those are very unfortunate appeals, not to the best of us, but the worst of us.
What a moment, David Brooks. We've watched this man emerge from the celebrity hood of reality television, step into American politics, and transform it in the span of 16 months. Where are we? From June of 2015 to November 2016.
Yeah, I'm just hoping victory doesn't give him a big ego. I don't know what kind of president he's going to be. We're in for choppy waters here. And he's not a guy who's assembled a team. He's got to now really actually assemble a cabinet, assemble a political staff with thousands of people. He's got to really master some decisions. He's in charge of the nuclear codes. I think to say we know that this presidency is going to look like any other presidency is probably a mistake, that we have no idea what. So
we've just heard that Hillary Clinton has called, two networks report, Hillary Clinton has called Donald Trump to concede, and they must be putting up some new results at Trump headquarters because the crowd seems to be reacting. Again, we're just learning that Hillary Clinton has telephoned Donald Trump to concede to him, and we were told a few minutes ago that Donald Trump is in the building at the Hilton Hotel in New York, where Jeffrey Brown started out the evening saying there was just going to have a party there. It wasn't going to be your traditional big election night rally, but starting to look like an election night celebration.
Jeff?
Yeah, it certainly is. What's about 8 hours since we started talking in the small room with not many people, and now it's becoming a presidential victory party.
Sure.
I told you that there's been a lot of pent-up emotion, I told you, over the last couple hours, as people just sort of felt it but waited and didn't even want to talk to us about what might come next. But now it's clearly about to come out. And the candidate himself is here. He'll be here. He'll be arriving shortly.
And we're still waiting for these other states to come in, but it's over. And Hillary Clinton has phoned Donald Trump, which is the clearest indication yet.
That's certainly the sense in the room now at this point, Judy. I didn't see the number up at this point, but you can hear what's going on behind me now. They're sure.
Yeah, a lot of celebrating. And we're waiting for Donald Trump. Stuart Stevens, if you're with the winning candidate, it's a great night.
Oh, listen, they've pulled off a historic win, and I think the scale of it is significant. And look, this is not a campaign that was full of people who had done this a lot before. And you have to give them credit. Hillary Clinton put together an A team. Donald Trump, a lot of Republicans didn't want to work on that campaign, myself included. We were wrong, they were right. And I think you have to just call it straight up and give them credit for it.
You do get the sense that this is a campaign that had Donald Trump himself stamped all across it, just like Donald Trump's buildings have the Trump name on them.
And it looks
this
like
campaign was Donald Trump's campaign.
we've got another.
Gentlemen, please welcome the Vice President-elect of the United States.
Here comes Pence. And they've just called Arizona for Donald Trump, so that's another feather in his cap, shall we say. He's already over the top. But here comes Mike Pence, who was the governor of Indiana, and he will soon be Vice President of the United States.